Good morning, my dear students. Good morning, one and all. Welcome to the fifth and final lecture of the course. The topic name is Utilize Machine Learning Models to Enrich Data, Enhance Brands and Interest, and Predict Your Subscription Churn. So, first, we need to discuss about the predictive analytics. Your customer data can be used to make predictions with the customer insights because AI Builder has a simple yes or no or true or false prediction options. Pre-built models like a customer churn and customer machine learning models that can be built in Azure. Other parts of the application can use the intelligence options you create. And you can use a custom model to predict whether a customer will cancel their subscription. For example, you can make a customer segment based on the model after it's been brought into audience insights. You can use the segment in customer journeys aimed at reducing that number and retaining them after exporting it to an applications like Dynamics 365 marketing. In the intelligence area, you can access the predictions and custom models you have created for your company. There are two options in the intelligence or the prediction panels shows any predictions that have been configured and lets you add new ones. The custom model section shows any custom models configured and allows you to import new ones. The next one is we need to talk about a few predictions. Customer Insights lets you create the predicted values that can help you understand a customer. You can use your AI builder to make simple on or off or true or false predictions. Because the Power Platform's AI builder gives you the power of AI with the point and click interface. Using it, you can build your custom models or use the pre-built models for common business scenarios. And the AI builder predict is used in Customer Insights. Based on data stored in Microsoft Dataverse, that model makes yes or no or true or false predictions. Your organization needs both the Dataverse instance and a Customer Insights environment in the same tenant to use the prediction feature. By using the Dataverse connector, Customer Insights needs to be your Dataverse instance, and when you import your Dataverse data source with the Microsoft Power Query, you can't use the predict options. If you want to fine-tune the results after creating a predict model, you can edit it in AI Builder. And this is important we need to discuss now because the modifying a prediction model created in Customer Insights will require AI Builder licensing because you can choose from multiple out-of-the-box prediction depending on whether you are targeting individual customers or business accounts. Here's what you can choose for individual customers. The lifetime value of a customer predicts their potential revenue over the course of their relationship with the company. And based on purchase behavior and customers with similar patterns, it just suggests sets of the predict product information. Calculate the risk of a customer no longer using your subscription products or services. And according to the churn predictions, predict when a customer will stop buying your stuff. Identifying the business aspects that are frequently mentioned in customer feedback using sentiment analysis. You can select a transactional churn for your business account. It tells you if your customer are going to buy your stuff. The next one is to discuss about the predict what happens. You can make your predictions two-way with the customer insights. It's from the customer and segments from quick create process. No matter how you make the prediction process, it's always based on the field you are predicting. For instance, you might only have one data source that includes a customer's gender. Because of this, you might have multiple customers who don't have gender information. If you want to know if a customer is a guy or a girl, you could create a prediction process and select entities from data to create a prediction for the customer profile. Just click on the customer entity under profiles and select the overview icon next to the attributes name you want to predict values for. This is a sample image I have pasted here. The customer insights will display your selected field. There is a window that tells you how many records are unique in this field and how many are missing it. So predict missing values if your attribute has a high missing value rate. The next one we need to discuss about the make models with the machine learning. Customer Insights has built-in prediction capabilities that help organizations create predictions. The predefined options might not reflect how your organization makes your predictions force. Because you might want to predict something other than churn. You might structure your subscription differently than the out-of-box churn model when you are creating and trying to predict the potential customer churn, or you might take different factors into account when deciding whether a customer will churn. You might already have machine learning models making predictions, or you might want to build a model to use in Customer Insights Custom models on workflows based on Azure machine learning models are supported in customer insights. You can use the workflows to identify the data you want to generate and map it to customer insights model. So what about the making AI responsible? By making predictions, you can improve your customer experiences because the business capabilities and revenue streams also we need to consider. And artificial intelligence can make a real difference in people's lives. The more you use AI in your solutions, the more you need to keep this in mind. Because AI that's responsible is designed, developed, and deployed with the good intentions to empower businesses and employees. In order to build trust and scale AI confidently, companies need to impact the customers and the society fairly. So just to please balance your predictions value against its effect on biases and how it may be introduced ethically. The next one is we need to talk about the concepts about machine learning. Let's look at a few concepts and terminology before we begin your creating your machine learning modules. And Azure Machine Learning Workspaces let you manage your training resources, deploy models, and store assets. A compute is a machine or set of machines that runs your training scripts or host your services. And use data sets and data stores to make your data easier to access here. And when you create a data set, you create a reference to the data source location along with its metadata. Your machine learning model's environment is where it gets trained or scored. Scripts for training and scoring are surrounded by Python packages, variables, and settings. And according to the experiments, a collection of runs from a script. And the models are pieces of code that take an input and output something. Select an algorithm, feed it data, and tune your hyperparameters to create a machine learning model. This is a process you can understand about the creating your machine learning models. And according to the Machine Learning Studio for Azure, we need to discuss now. You can create your accelerate and manage machine learning projects with Azure Machine Learning. You can use it in your day-to-day workflow if you are a machine learning pro, data scientist, or engineer. And Dynamic 365 Customer Insights lets you import your custom models created in Azure Machine Learning mode. Models are easy to use if you do these things. Number one is the Azure Machine Learning Studio lets you create and access workspaces. You can drag and drop data sets and models into Azure Machine Learning Designer to create a batch pipeline. Using the designer, you can create a batch pipelines that can be integrated into customer insights. You can export your pipeline output to Azure storage using the export data module in the designer. And the module must use the Azure blob storage and data store type and parameterize the data store and the relative path, because the customer insights overrides both parameters with the data store and a path that's accessible to the product during pipeline executions mode. And next we need to talk about the final process of predict churn and subscriptions. Your customer profile can be predicted by creating predictions. This process helps you target your customers better since you have more complete your profile data. And making prediction in customer insights is more than just to predict missing data. It's often about making predictions about your customer behavior, like if a customer will stop you using your services here. So customer insights includes a customer churn prediction model that can help predict if a customer is a risk of not using your subscription product or services. On the predictions page, you can customize the customer churn prediction model. Because the contributor permissions will be required in customer insights for anyone configuring the model. They should also understand what churn means for your business. So the configuring the customer churn model is as easy as this. You can specify the name of your prediction model that will be displayed in customer insights and the name of the output entity that will be created to store the data. And according to the preferences, define what constitutes churns for your company, like the number of days to wait after a subscription end, and the end date before it's considered churned, and the time to predict attrition. And according to the define the fields that the model will use to predict which customers are at a higher risk of churn, including subscription details and activities to support the subscription mode. And according to the prediction update schedule, sets how often you will update the model. Before running the prediction for the first time, you can review the prediction details accordingly. This is a major process you can understand about the configuring the customer churn model. Okay, my dear students, I hope you have enjoyed the fifth and final lecture of the course, like utilize machine learning models to enrich data, enhance your brand and interest, and predict your subscription churn. Thank you once again, and thank you all.